tells St. John her own fulsome idea of fun. Little does she know that he's got the end lodged inside his own guts. There's no more difference between a cobbler and a carpenter, Black Death, cholera, smallpox or whatever. The death toll never ends, says the lonely grave digger. So the black market starts selling plea bargains to the marquis. So I walk on still on through the rubble path, and witness the progress and which is to come. Oh, the world is a stage, and I can see through the strings, but I can only bow my head and listen to now the teller will end it. The cocky statue with a silver breast walks in with his iron legs. The rolling stone comes in and clips his golden hair. The wind blows hard on him, so I guess he's quite dead, leaving the sleeping king wondering if he had been in. Captain Howdy storms in the pub with his Cheshire cat, along with a boy wearing a green felt pointed hair, and asks the bartender, "Is this all you've got?" Now a hand appears and writes on the wall, telling him that the game is over. So I walk on still onto the rubble path, and witness the progress there which is to come. Oh, the world is a stage, and I can see through the strings, but I can only bow my head and listen to now the teller will end it. Yeah. When steadfast olive trees bend before a single laurel wreath, and Mary's gold blooms into falling fools that breathe, everyone stands erect and listens when Peter speaks, but nobody's noticed that he's gone backstage on a wooden beam hanging. The bastard children have played a round trip to Jerusalem, where they have tried to push the red button again and again, till the blood starts to flow from both Gentile and Jew, only to go home old and shoeless and penniless. Yeah. So I walk on still onto the rubble path, and witness the progress there which is to come. Oh, the world is a stage, and I can see through the strings, but I can only bow my head and listen to now the teller will end it. Yeah. And now the blisters appear on my callous heels. I've taken some efforts to walk tall in order to conceal the shame of following the path that rabbits feel. If I ever find it, I cut its stubborn tail and cook a dessert meal. As I stop before the wicked, wicked gate, where a Christian tells me, "Hey man, you shouldn't be late." Gog and Megan spills the bowels of wrath on the naked blade, where the sun-kissed novice prostrates helplessly before the dragon. So I walk on still onto the rubble path, and witness the progress there which is to come. Oh, the world is a stage, and I can see through the strings, but I can only bow my head and listen to now now the tiller will end it. Oh. Then the thunder and lightning whisper a blade, lighted by 7 torches made from wooden stakes. On the crimson hill, the elders in robes behold the fighter lay. It's something any god would really not like to create. The watcher's golden trumpet blares loud and clear, wakes all the dead people for them to hear. The words of passion, so good for the human ear. Meanwhile the crowd look up in awe, the clumsy fighter. So I walk on still onto the rubble path, and witness the progress there which is to come. Oh, the world is a stage, and I can see through the strings, but I can only bow my head and listen, and now the teller will end it. Oh. So on the marble leaves one ear, I have suddenly perceived that all the crazy wild horses are actually owned by cowgirl Eve. She now struts the center stage while her growing lyric twirls, not knowing that her pits are watching her spellbound from the front rows. And Adam the old butler displayed his part very well. He has barely kept his feet away from the crumbling cliffs of hill. And if you hold my bitter cigarette end, then I will now tell that Adam is me, the wise fool who's never been well. Oh, so I walk on still onto the rubble path, and witness the progress and which is to come. For the world is a stage, and I can see through the strings, but I can only bow my head and listen, and now the teller will end it. Oh. The accuser and the advocate breathe before the high priest's face. The empress sun and the joking moon lay together by heaven's fate. The courtroom walls shake like a trembling rail as a vengeful hammer pounds on the puppet king silver blade. The number one kneels to receive his most holy sacrament. His 6 finger twitches, deform and bend. The lamps and shine over the twilight's and laments. But even then it's not the end. Even then it's not the end. Even then it's not the end. So I walk on still onto the rubble path, yeah, and witness the progress there which is to come. Oh, the world is a stage, and I can see through the strings, but I can only bow my head and listen, and now the children